Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. This is the Aries only channel where we do readings for Aries only. Today we're doing a love reading, a check-in between you and your person. This is your side, this is your person's side, this is the connecting energy. We're trying to see how y'all are feeling about each other. So for your person side, we have the stingray energy, we have the gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal, and the tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. For your energy here, we have the wind chimes, peace and harmony. The answers you need are coming with the full moon in Gemini and the wolf spirit animal. And the connecting energy is this raven's head, which is a very sort of like a powerful card. It says, like, you know, a lot of these, this is from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck, and from what the book says about this card, it's like a lot of these cards have kind of mixed messages or like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it could mean like a couple different things depending on the context of the reading or the surrounding cards, but like the Raven's Head is a card that has a very clear meaning. Which is that like this is like a pivotal moment that's gonna cause like some big change. And if you see here, this raven has like a pearl or like a pill in its beak, and it always reminds me of like the Matrix when I don't remember that guy's name. Oh my god, that's Keanu Reeves, but I mean I don't remember his character's name. I've only seen that movie once, but Neo, is that his name? I think it's Neo. Anyway, when he like, it's like, you know, you could swallow this pill, but you'll never like see reality the same way again, kind of a thing. And it's almost like a moment like that where like things are forever changed. I feel like your person is really, the way that this raven's head is pointing, looking at you, I feel like this is like your person's moment, not necessarily yours. I feel as though your person is really motivated to like take a chance with you. It's like something where like they feel like such a sense of, I don't know what the word is, but like their desire maybe, but like it's just so strong. It's like something that they don't really have control over. Actually, let me look in the book quick, because it has, this card indicates something has occurred, known or unknown, to initiate the spinning of the alchemical wheel. Okay, this right here. Your doubts matter not to the raven, as its appearance signifies it has chosen you. You are ready and the moment is now. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing has changed? The raven calls a clear no. It does not apologize, as it knows your destiny is great. So again, it's something that like, it's not like they decided like, oh, you know, like I think I'm gonna like, I think I love this person, or I think I like this person, or I think I want to be with this person. It's like something that's like just like inside of them. And even I'm noticing here the colors highlighted in this stingray and just what this card is about. This gibbous moon also, it's the gibbous moon is right before a full moon. It's, and the word that they use in the book for this card is bulging, and that's making me think also of like a sexual desire towards you, but also just like they're about to burst, like it's like bulging inside of them. Even they had the camel for your person, because I shuffled that card second, and that was the underlying energy, the back of the deck. And the camel, as you know, like the humps are the water, the emotion, aka like stored up inside. So I feel like they have a lot of emotion for you inside that they've sort of maybe kept hidden for a while or didn't act on, but it's like this is their energy towards you now. Look, this tiger is facing towards you as well, doing something risky, taking a chance. It's like they can't deny that they want to take this chance. And it's like just the same thing like when Neo took that pill. It's like they know that if they take this chance towards you, like things will never be the same. And also they don't know which way like the chips are gonna fall or whatever. Like they don't, the wind is gonna blow here with the wind chimes. Like I think that they are a little bit scared of taking this initial chance, and like maybe this has to do with them because it talks about the raven's claw, so like maybe something that they need to say to you. It's like they know though that like maybe like the answer will be final. And it's like almost like they don't want to know either way. It's almost like they're more comfortable in this sort of holding pattern, this limbo, but it's like at the same time, they know that they have to find out. I feel like that's not really like an option anymore. It's just like it's getting to a point. It's not at a full moon yet, but we're like getting there. So what was I gonna say? Also, the stingray talks about getting a spine, and again, we kind of see that like in this stingray card. If you look at it, it's like you can see like the vertebrae, even though it's like in the colors of like all the different chakras. So I feel like your person could have spent some time like getting their life together recently. Because what do we have on the back of the deck here? Full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. I feel like they could have maybe dealt with some practical issues in their life. They could have like maybe aligned certain things. And I feel like they're in their power in a way. With the tiger is like a powerful animal, and even the stingray. The stingray is an animal that has like a stinger or whatever. It's like it's not afraid to like stand up for itself, and even this tiger looks a little bit aggressive. And I feel like, yes, aggression can be used in a negative way if you're like arguing and things like that, and just like causing conflicts and confrontations with people. But if it's like cultivated and used in a way of like going after the things you want, like that fiery energy, because I feel like the tiger I associate with fire, even though the stingray is water, but it's like they have a good balance of both of those things. I feel like they are a sensitive person. They do have a compassionate heart. But at the same time, like their masculine qualities are coming through as well, whether they're male or female, where they're not afraid to stand up for themselves. And maybe that's how like this energy was first cultivated, because with both of your animals in the book, they both talk about family. Like the wolf is like the leader of the pack of their family. And it was saying how the stingray, should I just look at it real quick? Hold on, I gotta find it. This is cheating, but I feel like it said it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Hold on, fish. Stingray, developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. So it's really like, I feel like too, what I wanted to say is that look how the wolf is facing out, and so is the stingray. Excuse me. They're both very present in their own lives, both of these energies, you and your person. So it is developing your own senses of confidence and whatever ways you needed to do that, each of you. It's also saying, I think that you've both like taken this like some time apart independently in order to work on yourself and, you know, hopefully to come together stronger. But let's see, the stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So maybe in the past, these sort of issues kind of came up where maybe they wanted to do something that they thought their family or friends would disapprove of, whether that's a connection with you or just things in general in their life. This is a constant theme, like this book was just saying. And over time, they have developed this like aggression, like I was talking about, this sense of self, this spine, if you will. That's like how it's like characterized in this book. So I feel like maybe now with you, this is something that they want to like go after, and they're sort of like drawing on that confidence that they've acquired through this process of like strengthening their spine. Excuse me. That I think was like something like the purpose of this connection. Because I am getting a spiritual connection vibe, especially on your end here, which we will get into. We didn't really get into that yet, but I feel like this was almost like their issue that they needed to work on, their main issue. Like maybe that they couldn't stand in their own autonomy. They didn't want to make things uncomfortable for themselves or others around them, so they sort of were taking a more passive approach. But it's like I feel like that confidence is growing. They're sort of like digging their heels in and standing up for the things that they want. And maybe you haven't seen evidence of this yet, but look, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, so I feel like you will at some point. Even the wind chimes I don't know, I'm sure wind chimes, I haven't looked it up, but don't wind chimes sort of like let you know if like a storm is coming, sort of a thing? Like it's sort of like an alert, like, you know, like you hear them and you're like, oh, like the wind, like I feel like that's like a sort of alert system in a way. So it's almost like I feel like you sense this is on the horizon, but at the same time you're making like a painstaking effort to sort of keep autonomous, independent in your own life as well. I feel like you're trying to let this person come to you, if anything. I feel like the energy between you, like this person is represented by this raven's head and they're taking up the whole card. Like your energy isn't even really present. So I feel like as far as this connection is concerned, you're very passive, you're taking a back seat. And even this full moon in Gemini card, you know, Gemini is a sign of, it's ruled by Mercury, and also it deals with communication and things like that. This card especially talks about, the full moon in Gemini card in this deck does speak of knowing when it's time to not communicate, sort of when it's time to hold back. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been pulling back from this connection. Again, I think you're sort of aware of like the way the wind is blowing. Maybe to some certain extent you get little hits, or you watch readings or whatever it is, but you sort of have a sense of like that maybe the tide is turning here, but you're not really focused on it. You're sort of like, oh, okay. And then your main focus, though, is keeping the peace and harmony that you've established for your own self, in your own life here. Let's look at the wolf energy, just because I read the stingray. I feel like it's only fair. And then we're going to get into your person's thoughts, feelings, emotions, and actions. What am I looking for here in earth energy that's at the beginning? Wolf. Guardian of family and tribe, activism, ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out. Agitated wolf energy, contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. So I feel like there could have been a time in the past, because to bring into balance these energies, it says, when in balance for the wolf, reliable, democratic, fearless. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. So I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. Like every time I feel like you sort of you're overthinking with full moon in Gemini. I'm getting like an overthinking energy. It's like you sort of ground yourself down into like more earthly energies where you honor the practice of letting go. Like there's nothing I can do. Like the dominating energy, that was like the darker aspect of the wolf energy. It's like I feel like you're pulling back. Maybe for a time you felt the pull of this connection. Like I was saying, this feels like something that is chosen for you, not that you yourself chose. Like maybe like that just means the strength of the emotions between you and this person, like the pull towards each other. And maybe you tried to like, you hoped, like your expectations were that you guys would be together, but it wasn't working here on your person's end, and it caused you a lot of like mental anguish, I'm getting, in the past. So it's like you, in order to let that go, you had to let it go and just accept the fact that this person wasn't ready, wasn't wanting the same things that you did at that time. You realize like you can't control them. You can only control yourself and your own peace and harmony. This is because this is a very independent energy as well, the wolf. And it was speaking of that in the book. It was saying, what was it saying? Oh, how like thinking that the child needs to follow in the parents' footsteps, but like, not that you're this person's parent, but almost like because you came to that realization and that's what you wanted, you felt like your person should come to the same one. Maybe there was some anger or some, you know, just bad negative feelings towards your person or towards the whole situation, towards spirit, towards the universe, you know, towards life in general. And in order to like sort of find your own peace and harmony here, you had to sort of like let that go. And you're sort of leaving this, now you're in a more passive energy and your person's in a more active energy. I don't see you interacting as of yet, but it's like you sort of have the mentality that like with the wind chimes, like the wind will come and the answers you need are coming, like the wind will come, like this person can come to you, because you don't want to be any sort of controlling factor, any sort of manipulative factor in this person's decision-making process. So you're just like focusing on your own life, and what will be, I would say. I also, like, when I was like about to like start recording, I had these cards chosen already. I kept hearing like Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid. Like, I don't know why, but it's like, what is that song? Like, it's all about how, like, well, obviously Sebastian is singing it to Eric, Prince Eric, so he'll kiss Ariel, so that way the curse will be broken and they can be together. Like, if you don't, like, you're gonna miss your chance, because she has that bargain with Ursula, obviously, and she's gonna be a mermaid forever. You'll never see her again. But it's like, how does it, yeah, it's like kiss the girl or you're gonna miss the girl. Ain't that a shame? Too bad he's gonna miss the girl. Like, something about how like you have to get over your fear and just like make a move at some point. So I don't know if that was just like in my head. I haven't like heard that song or seen that song, seen that movie in quite some time, but I don't know, it's just in my head, so I just wanted to say it. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of my water. So let's see now your person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you. So Aries, what are your person's thoughts towards you right now? Oh, okay. That just kind of popped out. We have the Six of Wands and the Emperor. So I feel like they're thinking a lot about their own success. We are also going to get one of these. Sorry, these nails. It's hard for me to pick up these cards. All right. Let's see. What are Aries person's thoughts towards Aries right now? It's 2. But we have fire, and the 8th house. What are Aries person's thoughts towards Aries? We have Neptune, excuse me, dream and transcend, and also Pisces energy here. And yeah, there is that sort of like fire water dynamic like I was talking about here with Neptune and the 6 of Wands here. And we're also going to get one of these for each of these. What is Aries person thinking about Aries right now? Cycle end. I think and even the dream and transcend, Pisces energy, which we do have here at the bottom of the deck. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, is the last zodiac sign of the zodiac. So what was peeking out? It says be brave. I just saw that peeking out. But it's like they're recognizing that like they have to sort of like with these particular cards coming through with the 6 of Wands, it's like in order to be successful, it's like you can't just be stuck in dreamland. You actually have to like transcend the dream and take some sort of an action. I think they're recognizing that like they're ready to like let this inactive, passive energy sort of maybe not die completely, but like sort of be mixed with a little action too. That's what this whole spine energy is. So it's like I feel like they are thinking about taking a different approach with the cycle end. And the 6 of Wands, they want to be victorious maybe over their more passive tendencies. That's what I'm getting. I think they're thinking also that they want you to sort of see how they've changed. I think there's an element of that, because that's what the 6 of Wands is. Maybe they've achieved some sort of success here, so they've had some sort of victory in their life. They've ended a cycle where whatever was like maybe an issue for you guys in the past, whether that was that they cared too much what other people thought, they've transcended that. They want you to see that they're like a new person, they're their own person. It could have to do with achieving some sort of goal for them. We were talking about with the Taurus energy that we had here at the bottom of the deck, and even underneath that we have expect powerful change, a new start is coming. I feel like they've been working on their own life very studiously, and they want you to see like the changes that they've made just in and of themselves as well. I feel like this is more about them. And even, yeah, we had the Emperor on the bottom of the deck too, and that's Aries energy as well. But it's like they've sort of risen into their power here. There's like a new side of them, a new the word stricter popped into my head. So maybe they're being more disciplined with themselves. And even, you know, Neptune energy can talk about addictions, escapism, and things like that. Even if it's just like watching too much TV, it's like maybe they want you to see that they've sort of transcended that, become a little bit more, what's the word? Intentional with the things that they do. They're not just sort of like lost in a dreamland. They're making decisions that they think will improve their own life, and maybe they're ready to do the same in your connection. But let's see their feelings for you, Aries. What are Aries person's feelings towards, what's that, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands? Yeah, they're fighting those tendencies, but let's just see. Like the Seven of Cups, that indecisive energy. They're trying to be more decisive. Oh, I just cut to the Ace of Swords when I said that. So yeah, I think they are. What are Aries person's feelings for Aries right now? We have the Moon with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Again, that's that whole talk about cycles. But let's get the rest of the cards and see. There's definitely a lot of feelings though here. Like they're feeling, and they are coming through as a water energy. So they're very in touch with their feelings. Even the gibbous moon, that's about to be a full moon. That's a very emotional sort of, oh, I just thought my nail was gonna pop off. Okay. That happened in one of my readings once. It was terrible. All right. What is Aries person's feelings towards Aries right now? We have House 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. And look, the whole water element here. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. They're feeling very strongly towards you. Like I was saying, like that's what's sort of motivating them. I think like this fire energy, the way it came through for them, where it's like maybe like they couldn't pull, like make a move before, they couldn't express themselves emotionally, whatever it was that kind of you wanted them to do, the expectations you had for them, that they weren't able to follow through on with their actions. And I feel like the emotion, like that bulging energy, like I was talking about, like the emotion bulging inside of them, I think it's sort of like they were left like, I think you sort of were just like, okay, fine, like I accept your no, or you just like sort of like went your own way, or whatever the case. You just sort of accepted the situation and tried to let it go. And it's like they were left here in like the wasteland, because that's what Pisces energy can be about a lot of the times, like the 12th house, the final zodiac sign. It's like that's like the wasteland of the zodiac, and it's like this is what they're left with. Like, okay, fine, like you don't want my hot love and emotion, like, you know, bye. And it's like, this is what they were left with. And I think that they tried to deny that it bothered them for a while, but it's like, eventually, like, it is like rising up, and it's like, they do want to have this new start here with the Ace of Cups. Oh, I forgot to go into these, sorry. What is Aries person feeling towards Aries right now? Okay, we have abundance mindset. Yeah, like from this house 12, that's like the wasteland, and this is like the new cycle that they're having, maybe where like abundance mindset. I almost want to get another one. Let's just see. How is Aries person feeling inside first? So maybe like while they were stuck in like some sort of, you know, cycle with you or whatever it was, like unfulfilling dynamic that you guys had that, you know, kind of forced you to learn how to like let this go. I feel like when you walked away, it was like almost like they didn't have the distraction of that to sort of distract them. And they were sort of forced to sort of take a look inside. With the moon, this talks about like your inner world, and like we have a lot of like I feel like they really were examining the way that they were looking at life. And maybe something with this abundance mindset is making me think that their finances were tied to their emotions, that maybe there was some sort of self-defeating energy here where they didn't think they deserved this necessarily, even though it may have come through as just as resistance for them. I feel like now that they've taken the time to really like go inside, I think they maybe have seen that, like that's why they were so resistant to this in the first place. Maybe they felt they didn't deserve it or something, but they have a new mindset about themselves. I think they have had some sort of, they've grown a spine for some reason, whether that's through some successes they've had, or just like a perspective shift from losing you or something like that. But there's definitely, I'm gonna put this back, but I just wanted to get one just to clarify. But yeah, they definitely have done a lot of soul searching here. We have a lot of like 12th house energy coming through, a lot of water energy. They've sat with their emotions a lot, and it's really forced them to have a new mindset and sort of change their own life. And now it's like kind of, I feel like, opening the door for your connection as well. Like they're in a different place now, and they're a different, not that they're a different person, but they're more clear about what they want. I feel like things, because we have this like Neptune energy and it looks very foggy, and I'm only saying that because we had this fog energy at the bottom of this deck here, and this is not a foggy energy. This is a very clear, like it was saying, there's no mixed messages with this card. I feel like they've come to like a clear decision based off like recent, I guess, I really don't know what it is that caused this, but I think it was the sum of a lot of things that have just led them to this point. It was really time, like it was just divine timing maybe, and they've just, this is the process that they had to go in. And I feel as though, yeah, they could have been stuck in like in a poor mental state. And I feel like for you, it was like a similar thing, just how like you learned to let this go. It was the same thing, like the emotions were bulging inside of you at some point, and it got to be too much. Like I was saying, it caused you anxiety as well, and you just learned to like let it go. Maybe that's something that was very difficult for you to do with this person, and again, across the board in other areas of your life. And I feel like you're both learning your lessons here and applying what you've learned from this connection into other areas of your life. Like I was saying, you're both like putting into practice the lessons that you've learned from this connection. I feel this is very powerful. Okay, so let's see. What are your person's intentions towards you, Aries? What are Aries person's intentions? We have the 10 of Swords, but we also have the 8 of Wands. So I feel as though, well, let's just get the rest of the cards. But I do feel like they, with this whole cycle end, it's like they want to just like not repeat the mistakes of the past, I'm getting, but we'll see what comes through. What are Aries person's intentions towards Aries? Because the 10 of Swords is a very final, and this could be even speaking of like them leaving that old self that they identified with in the past as well, but we'll see what comes out. What is Aries person's intentions towards Aries? We have Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. And then we have Fixed, stability, persistence, loyal, well, it's a typo, loyalty, and dependability. All right. And let's get one from here before we forget. What is Aries person's intentions towards Aries? We have grounding. Beautiful. Yeah, I do feel like they want to sort of start a new dynamic with you. They want to leave the past in the past, and if there has been a certain amount of time, I feel like they could be wondering about timing. Is it the right time? This looks like a clock to me. If it was, it'd be about like what, 4:30. Anyway, I don't know why I just thought that, but it's like almost like they're waiting for the right time. They want to make sure it's the right time. They want to make sure that their intentions are to sort of ground themselves and make sure, I think, all areas of their life are in perfect flow and in harmony as well. I feel like their intentions are to like be able to offer you something stable here, because we do have this fixed energy on the bottom: stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. They want to make, their intentions are to make sure that this energy is dead and gone, that they've really transitioned enough into this new energy to offer you something real. They want to make sure they're grounded before they, and they're dependable and they're stable in their own life before they sort of try to like bring something else into the mix. It's like their intentions are to have this trine, this perfect flow between the two of you, but it's like a two-pronged intention here, because it's like they have to make sure that like the issues of the past aren't going to present themselves. Like, again, something to do with their mindset. We have Swords energy, their communication, something like that. So it's like they're really trying to make sure that this is really like the new the new energy is stable enough that they'll be able to sort of consistently show you that energy. And if not, I think they'd rather wait, like with the clock here. Okay, what are their next actions going to be? What are their actions towards you, Aries, going to be moving forward? We have the Two of Wands here with the Hierophant under the deck. Again, with the Two of Wands, it's like they want to make sure that an old way of being, it's like that split energy. It's like, well, again, let's get the rest, but like, it's sort of like deciding, oh, sorry, I cannot pick these up. Now I just moved all that. The Two of Wands can be also a card of planning and things like that, but it's like, again, the Two of Wands is like making a decision, like they're checking in on their energy to make sure that it's like their actions are going to be to sort of observe themselves further, I would say. But let's see, what is Aries person's next actions towards them? The Moon. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. And then we have the North Node on the bottom of the deck. So it's like, that's interesting because that whole stingray energy was talking about being able to step outside your comfort zone. And I feel like how it says like the stingray energy, when light it's this, when dark it's this, and to bring into balance, it's to do something outside of your comfort zone. And the North Node talks about stepping outside of your comfort zone, but with the Moon, it's in an emotional way. So their next actions towards you are going to be to nurture others, which is going to include you because we're asking about you, obviously. Satisfy emotional needs. I also think with this dragon here, I'm getting like they need to face this. Like I said, they're a little bit scared that it might be a no from you. And I feel like they almost think they deserve that and you have a right to be angry, but it's almost like that they're scared to find out. And it's like, I think they're like almost doing a little assessment of the risk here for this Two of Wands is what I'm getting. Because now that they're so emotionally involved, I do think that they're kind of worried. I didn't get the last card. They're realizing how much this would emotionally, like your rejection might emotionally affect them. And I also think that they're maybe sort of looking at this from your perspective now, like thinking like, oh, if this person felt like this about me all the time, and if they have like rejected you, even if it wasn't like an actual rejection, but they just rejected you by like non-action and just like sort of disappearing or something like that, they're realizing maybe how much that probably affected you, and they're sort of thinking about it and seeing things from your perspective as well. We have gossip. I wasn't really asking a question though, but we'll just leave it here. But what is Aries person's next actions towards Aries? We have the crown chakra. And I'll just leave this gossip card here, I guess, because it did come out. But maybe they're going to sort of like try to get some intel on you from like people that know you. Or even, I was thinking this when I saw, because he's looking at this world globe that he's holding in his hand, which can be like a symbol for like social media and online and things like that. And even here with the Hierophant, it's like he's here talking to 2 other people. So maybe they are going to try to get some intel on you via your social media or like mutual friends or people that know you. Even if you guys are in some sort of communication, I feel like they're going to try to like maybe casually talk to you. But with the gossip energy, that does speak about other people. So I think their next actions are going to be to sort of put their ear to the ground if they can hear any news about you, kind of get a sense of your emotional set point where you're currently at right now, before they make any sudden moves. So I don't feel any super not super actions. What was I going to say? Super, like, yes, like definitive actions coming through. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like they're still trying to sort through their emotions. I think, again, with that whole bulging energy, it's like their emotions are really like prominent right now. So I feel like they're in a very sensitive sort of an energy right now. And it's like they have to, but their mind is still very much scared, I think. And they want to make sure that like, I don't know, that it's the right time, that they're ready, that maybe you're open to it. I feel like they're really, and honestly, like, I feel like you're just sort of chilling and like waiting to see. Maybe like it's like you don't even know what your answer would be because it would depend on the way that they sort of came at you. Like if they did something that they've done in the past, like for instance, if you guys, you know, they like say like a non-direct way of like communicating with you, like they send you a snap, like what are you really like? It's like you probably are not going to just disturb your own peace and harmony that you've like cultivated for yourself for a snap. But if they come at you with like something real, oh, like I really want to speak about what happened between us, maybe you'd be more open to like a more, I think it depends on how they come at you kind of a thing. So it's like your energy is sort of like half open to them, but not really expecting much unless they show you. I feel like you want to see actions here. So let's see what your person would say to you. What would Aries person most want to communicate to Aries right now? And then we're going to close out this reading. What would Aries person? You have the best taste in music. You speak so eloquently. Okay. I mean, I feel like they do want to speak to you. I'm done fighting this. I know what I want. Yeah, like I feel like that is like very much the energy that they're in. You see the good in everyone. Okay. What else would Aries person want to say? You're so kind to all creatures and people. I feel like I was saying, like they're in a very sensitive energy, and I feel like they're maybe like really appreciating just aspects of you. I feel like they really, again, it's not something like they're realizing like maybe that you're just like, I love that you can laugh at yourself. Like not even that like, oh, like, I don't know, like it's almost like you're just good for them. Like they just like you. Like it's kind of like a vibe. Like they just like what they see. Like you're just, I'm scared to 100% give into these feelings. But I feel like they're not scared of their own feelings at this point. They're scared that they're not 100% ready. And like I was saying, like it's not the right time. The fact that that's coming up over this trine energy, it's like they're scared to sort of move forward until they know for sure that they're like, I don't know, like that old cycle has ended, kind of. Oh, we have a few. Look, everything about you is so intriguing and attractive. You're literally the cutest thing I've ever seen. I've realized how much you mean to me. I just don't know how to say it. I feel like they are trying to sort of come up with some sort of a plan. And I think they're realizing that the way that they come at you is very important, and that they can't like play around with you and just like send you a snap or something like that. It's like they have to say something meaningful to you. It says, it's so hard for me to believe that something so good could really be meant for me. I think they're also questioning, do they even deserve you at this point? Maybe if like some things have gone on with you in the past. Meet me in the 5D and tell me your fears and doubts. Again, there could be that spiritual connection that I think you're picking up on with this wind chime energy. You've been sort of sensing a change in them, but you're like kind of scared to really like go deeper into it. You want to see it in order to believe it. You're powerful, but you don't abuse it. Yeah, like they just like you. They think you're a good person. I'm so scared to face you. That was that whole North Node energy that was on the bottom of the deck. It's like they know that like maybe they deserve a little telling off, and they know you're not afraid to do it. But at the same time, they think you're kind. So I don't think that they think that you're going to be like yelling at them or anything, but maybe they think that you're just going to say it in a nice way, which is in a way is also like worse, like because it's like, I'm sorry, thank you, but no thanks. Like I feel like that would hurt them more than if you were mad at them, because you know, if like someone's mad at you, it's like you know that they still care. And if they're more like what's the word, distanced, detached, it's kind of like a vibe that, you know, it's really just over. Like they don't even care. It's like indifference. They say indifference is really like the opposite of love, not hate, because like with hate there's such strong emotions still attached. When you're indifferent, like you don't care. And I feel like that's what they're mainly afraid of. So, all right, guys, this was a long one. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one, okay?